Hi everyone, Jessica here. I do not intend to waste your time or bore you, so I'm going to go straight to the point. I'm seeing a lot of people sort of acting like they understand Baba Jide Sanwoolu, like, oh, maybe he didn't know, maybe he wasn't involved. Let me tell you something. There is absolutely no way that the governor of Lagos State did not know that those army people were coming to attack. I'll give you a few tips. The day that the final protest happened, when the pictures of those two men taking out cameras or whatever it was happening there, those pictures circulated the internet for hours before the shooting took place. The governor, who is always on Instagram, always there typing and telling people sorry, he saw those pictures. He never cared to debunk them or say anything. He never made a statement regarding those pictures, and he had hours to do so. All he did was say there was a curfew, and then he tweeted that, oh, he's extending the curfew to 9 to give people time to prepare. Crazy. But he saw those pictures and he didn't debunk them. Now, within the time that the shooting started was hours before people DJ Switch got on her live, before hospitals and churches started opening up their places to receive people who were injured and all of that. This was at least 3 hours. Where do you live, Baba Tunde Sanwoolu? You live maybe Ikoyi, maybe Lekki, somewhere around, because it's always so easy for him to breeze by the protest and try to act like he's part of us and go back home. The day that they were killing people in Alausa, he could have gone there to help, but he chose to come and show face in Lekki and act like a hero. I prefer Buhari to Sanwoolu, because Sanwoolu is a pretentious human being. The fact that he's still pretending and lying, and now what's upsetting me is the fact that some of us are falling for it. These are the same tricks that our parents fell for, and now we are also falling for it. There was a plan. Everyone had their role to play. Okay, you being the governor, we don't want you to look bad. We still want someone who will be our ear within their circle. You're going to deny it. You're going to do this to appease them. Buhari, not giving a shit, just said, yo, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to sit back and nobody's going to be able to do anything. Tinubu, me, I'll just keep quiet. I'll travel, I'll go and relax. When the dust settles, I'll come back and I'll get back to my life. They know these things. They've been in politics. Are you guys not understanding? They are old political dogs. They understand everything. Knowledge-wise, we are nowhere near these people. They play this political game like none other. This is all a plot. And Jide Sanwoolu was right in the middle of it, and he was given his part to play, and that is exactly what he's playing. The fact that that governor has not admitted or taken responsibility for one thing. Now, when that shooting happened, there was 3-4 hours. He could have rushed out of his house with his convoy and stopped those people from shooting and at least saved a few lives. He sat conveniently in his house. Now, I will tell you something else. After DJ Switch and Co got to the hospitals, there were still snipers. There were still people hanging on buildings in Oriental and some other locations within that toll gate. There were people there. He cannot tell me that you drove from your house to the hospitals to take pictures and you did not know that those people were still there till those people got tired and came down by themselves and went away. You didn't know that they were there. Admit to one thing. You knew everything, but can you please admit to one? And please, Nigerians, I beg you in the name of God. I'm not saying we should antagonize this man, but I'm saying he is not one of us. He is the enemy. He's the enemy that we have to dialogue with, but he's still the enemy. He is. He has killed our brothers and our sisters and our friends and our loved ones. He is part of the ploy. Him, Buhari, Tinubu, and everyone else who was involved in that ploy, they bear the same amount of criticism and judgment. There is no one who takes one more than the other. They all did the same thing. Every person's blood that was shed on that day is shed equally amongst all of them. So let's stop giving this man a pass. Even if you people voted him, you gave him authority to go and preside over matters regarding you, and he has the audacity to come out and say, I don't know about this, I don't know about that, I don't know about this, and he can't even own up to one thing. If you are an oblivious governor, if you know nothing about anything going on, why do you even need to be governor? You just need to resign. If everything is happening around you and you cannot account for one thing, all this man has done is say sorry and say what he's going to do to appease us. And that was the plan from the jump. Let's not get distracted. I beg you, let's figure out a way to move forward, and let us not even dare try to back out of this fight of NSAS and end everything else that we were requesting before, after people have died and lost their lives. I've seen a lot of people sort of backing out now, and I agree. Let the dust settle and we would figure out a way to move forward and re-strategize. Good thing. But please keep the fire going, because we have dragged people out who had nothing. Some of these people barely had half of what we have, and they've lost their lives in the struggle. Now we cannot turn our backs and start saying, oh, this was the plan. The plan was to get us to stop protesting, and then they would appease us, and then everything else would go back to normal. That was the plan. So if we succumb to this, we are also part of the plan. And the people who have died have lost their lives for no reason. So I beg you, do not fall for these tricks that your parents fell for. Don't do it.